Oh wait, I need to look at this other team going around. Yeah. No, I'm
All right,
going
can
right
we
for the
just stay
final.
on standby, guys?
Oh, shoot, I forgot I don't have
Let me
paperwork
see,
anymore.
think DoorDash is close by. Hold on.
All right, here we go in 3, 2, 1. Welcome to the first ever Iron Pro concept live on Fall Guys. Here tonight, Eon Network is presenting once again a game night on Fall Guys. This is going to be a lot of fun here, Rebel, because tonight we're going to finally see who's going to be the Iron Pro in a game like this. And the rules are simple. There's going to be 30 minutes on the clock, and whomever has the most amount of round wins by the end of the entire 30 minutes time limit will actually become the official Iron Pro. Hello again, everybody. Adrian Matt alongside of my broadcast colleague Rebel joining us. T, welcome aboard.
Oh, yes. It's going to be a great, exciting game. Sorry I had to leave last night broadcast. But yes, I am back. Everything's good. And we're ready to get into this game.
And we're going to touch all about what happened last night at the end of the broadcast. We'll get to that in a minute, but our broadcast colleague Crispy cannot make it tonight. So joining us here on the commentary side of things, welcome First Chip. Welcome aboard.
Hello, and Matt, thank you for letting me be in the announcer team. It's really my pleasure to play.
Yeah, you picked a very great day, an event to absolutely commentate this event. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, again, for the very first time ever in Eon Network history, this is the first ever Iron Pro match. The clock has started. We're 1 minute and 2 seconds and counting. Remember, whoever has the most amount of wins by the end of the 30-minute time limit will officially be the winner of this match. We are kicking off right now with Hydre Fox and also Kenster. And Kenster may have fallen off, and now Hydre's alive along with Echo. Hydre and Echo, the last two standing. Whomever's going to get the first point of the matchup, we'll find out sooner or later. T, I do have a question for you. Well, I'll get to that in a minute. I would like to ask you, though, First Chimp. You've played this game before and so forth, and what do you think the strategy could be heading into the game like this?
I don't really play this game too much, but I just got people I would go down for the bottom and knock down all the things, so whoever goes down just falls down all the way. And that's what people already did here. And there's no room to go anywhere.
Yeah, no room for error as well. As you can see, Echo's still alive along with Hydre right now. We'll find out whomever's going to make the first mistake. But remember, 30 minutes on the clock officially. If you're just joining us on YouTube, thanks for joining us. First time ever Eon Network got the chance to actually broadcast both on Twitch and YouTube simultaneously last night. We're going to continue the tradition. We are live on YouTube, everybody. But I would like to take this time right now to revisit what happened last night. Live on our Twitch and YouTube channels, it was Rebel at the end, a very cryptic message that was sent. We understand. Wait just a second. It looks like, ladies and gentlemen, Echo gets the first point. Congratulations to Echo. Is it honestly surprising the fact that Echo continues and continues and continues to impress? I mean, guys, the fact of the matter is he is absolutely incredible with everything that he's done.
And
coming up next. Oh, go ahead. Yes.
I figured out his name again. Sorry. Echo had barely room down there, and he fell off. A minor mistake right there made him lose the game right there.
And that's a very good point. But ladies and gentlemen, up next, we got more action. It's now the Hexathon. We understand that this is going to be a great one, of course. We're going to start the game at this point in time. So, as we are waiting for the game to, of course, start, it's going to be the rematch. Ladies and gentlemen, of course, this is now a second round. We understand Echo did win the first one. I do want to take you back to what happened this past broadcast, however, last night. As I will continue to just spectate, I will have to eliminate myself in order for me to spectate the rest of the great members. And speaking of which, I would like to take this chance to officially thank all the great members who are joining us live on YouTube and also joining us tonight, a part of this absolutely wonderful stream live on Eon Network. Huge shout out to Super Kyler, who is live in the YouTube comment section. Hello, Kyler. So listen, here's the thing. T, I understand that you yourself were holding off to an announcement, and I heard that this time around at the end of the broadcast, you will actually have an announcement. think T may not be here at the moment, although I'll go ahead and address it with you first, Chimp. I understand that you haven't really been following the story, but I'll tell you the long story short. Rebel, being a nice guy that he is, he's changed just a bit. He has more of a demonic side to him because it was a former colleague of ours, Pick Scott, who made fun of Rebel's father, his deceased father, and Pick Scott claimed that his father is down in hell. Well, this actually allowed Rebel to be completely irate, and he snapped. So what would your prediction might be? I mean, Rebel said he has an announcement tonight. I mean, do you have any inferences?
I have not. I don't really know what's happening too much, but I was there that one night when he started doing the laughing stuff and all the crazy stuff.
And we are absolutely we are returned by our broadcast colleague T. Welcome back, and of course, T, as I was actually asking you, you have an announcment tonight this time around.
Yes, I have an announcement later on tonight, so can't wait to tell you what the announcement is.
We will find out exactly what will be taking place live tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Nonetheless, as we continue here moments ago, it was Echo who did indeed win the entire lobby. There's first Chip, our broadcast colleague, of course, joining us. There's Kitster and Clown Pierce, who joins us for the very first time. Jumping, making sure he does win, and the level is over.
Yeah,
So I guess it's going to go off eliminations this time around. Go ahead, T.
Yeah, you want to keep on that platform. You do not want to, you don't want to fall into the crack, because once you fall into the crack, you will lose.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, you do not want to make sure you have room for error, because once you do, if you make a mistake, it may very well be the ending times for you in this matchup. Ladies and gentlemen, we are down to the remaining members. You can see here it's first Chip and Kenster, Hydra, Echo, Clown Pierce, and of course, as I said before, broadcast colleague being first Chip. And first Chip, you're joining us on commentary tonight, but can you give us a perspective? How fun are you having here tonight in this match?
I'm having really fun. I usually never play Fall Guys, and I usually don't really like it, and I'm actually having fun.
It's a great one. Who's going to be the first ever Iron Pro match? 30 minutes on the clock. Let's go ahead and check on the clock at the moment as all these great members trying to do what they can to make sure they survive. And on the clock side of things, we're currently at 6 minutes and 36 and counting. The only person in the scoreboard is indeed Echo. You can see now Kenster jumping hexagon along with the rest of them. The problem here is this. I mean, every single time you do jump in a hexagon, it does disappear, and eventually the entire thing is going to be gone, and you have more of a space to fall off, exactly like we saw moments ago with Kenster. Kenster has been eliminated. We officially now move on to the next round. There's only 3 remaining, ladies and gentlemen. Who's going to be officially the winner in this entire round? We'll find out in just a matter of moments.
Hey, trust me.
Yeah,
I got
Yep.
I was going to say in that round it was very hard because you have to make sure that you are not in that space where you're going to lose your life.
It's the mentality.
And I gotta tell you, that's the fact is, it's gonna be something that these guys need to keep an eye on for sure. As we're down to the last 3, it is first Chip, Hydra, and Echo. Echo winning the first round. And for first Chip and Hydra, obviously these guys, in fact, this is actually Hydra's first time around here, joining us for their very first time live on Eon Network on the YouTube side of things and also Twitch. Obviously, it would be a great way for him to understand, for him to actually see himself win this matchup. Huge shout out to our own Mr. JT, who's actually in our chat room right now. And also Super Kyler continues, what kind of Xbox are you playing on? This is on all kinds of Xbox, from Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S. But this is, of course, Fall Guys, ladies and gentlemen, compatible for any superstar that is willing to show up. You can join us on Eon Network, and if you do want to be a part of it, you can join our Discord server. Most recent videos comment section does have it. Also, huge shout out to Only Games, responding right now in the chat saying hello. Hi, man. So, T, I have a question for you, though. Is this announcement that we are awaiting by the end of this, are we actually going to perhaps maybe see something sinister, perhaps?
I don't think it may be sinister, but it's something that I have to get off my chest.
Okay.
I will say that.
The
Or
reason
should I
why
draw 30, 30
it's
for all?
because we've been hearing things like this and the evil laughs and so forth, and there's so many cryptic messages, as you explained, of course, beforehand, saying that you're going to be changing very soon. We'll get to that in a minute, but again, now things are going to be breaking down as literally the hexagons are breaking second by second, and this is going to be a very interesting battle, ladies and gentlemen. Echo fell down, and I think it's Hydra that did what he did. Hydra won this one. Hydra now has 1 point. So Hydra enters in the scoreboard here, and first Chip, you must have been very impressed with Hydra tonight.
Yeah, I thought Echo was gonna win because Echo has been doing really good in like all the games we're playing. Definitely Rainbow Six
Very
Siege.
much so.
And
Has
so,
been
this,
absolutely wonderful.
and like this
Yep.
is like musical
takes a
chairs,
lot of
right? You're
focus.
gonna try to get the person to fall off at some point.
Well, it's sort of like that. I mean, that's a very good point, a very great comparison. But ladies and gentlemen, coming up next, it's a very, very interesting map. It's where the propellers begin to circulate, and you have to do what you can to make sure you survive. As always, the announcing side of things, I'm going to have to limit myself so I can spectate the great members of Eon Network as we're waiting for the very, very cryptic message that T does have in store for us at the end of the broadcast. Nevertheless, though, again, this is the propeller match, and when it comes to strategy, I guess, T, would you agree that you got to make sure you have your eyes focused more than ever before? You got to watch the propeller.
Yeah, you gotta watch the propeller. That is gonna be the thing that I watch out for because it does speed up, and yes, it's brutal.
Huge shout out to our great fan by the name of Joe Mom saying GG's. And again, ladies and gentlemen, I understand that it's actually Clown Pierce from what I understand. He is here in the broadcast. We're watching it right now. And you can see, again, this is his first time joining us on Fall Guys. And you got to watch out for the propellers almost pushing off the competitors here tonight. Nevertheless, though, every single person obviously doing a great job trying to stay alive. Fall Guys is a very, very tricky, as Humbler97 got eliminated. Fall Guys is a very tricky game to really stay alive just like that. Clown Pierce now going downhill. First tip alive, Echo and Kenster.
You gotta watch out
Hydra.
because people can get a hold of you, people can grab you and make you lose as well. So that's what you gotta look out for as well.
Oh, you got to look out for that for a fact. And I agree with you 100%. That's something that all these great competitors really need to understand, that when it comes to a game like this, they need to watch out. And Echo got eliminated, which now means Hydra wins his second round. Now it's Hydra who's leading the way. It's Hydra who's actually winning. Hydra has 2 points. The game is not over just yet. But ladies and gentlemen, again, we're closer and closer to seeing the end as the time continues to tick. We're going to do something very interesting up next, though. Ladies and gentlemen, coming up next, we're going to do a little bit of a parkour map. And this is going to be none other than the interesting one that we like to say, it's the Jungle Jumble.
I love parkour.
So with that being said, well, actually, we don't have enough players for that, so I'm going to have to back out here. But while we're waiting for this, though, I would like to ask you once again, First Chimp, the fact of the matter is this is your first time playing Fall Guys. You're on commentary here tonight. I mean, give us your thoughts, though. What is going through your mind every single time you get the chance to play a game like this?
I just think it's kind of crazy. It's just a lot of stuff happening, and there's a lot of focus you got to put into this gameplay. And there's a lot of stuff that can happen in terms of events like that. Was just, oh my gosh, sorry, I can't say stuff. Like what just happened that round, because Echo looked like he was doing fine until he just got smacked off, just like that.
Pretty much so. I will eliminate myself. Also, great shout out to a great person who's with us, known as Mr. Beans, watching the stream at the moment. Thanks for watching us live. We're continuing the broadcast here tonight, and a very good point that you did make moments ago there, First Chip. The fact is, obviously, it's a mistake that these competitors do make and something that they do not want to make. But this is now the same hexagon match with a little bit of a twist. It looks like gravity is not necessarily present in this matchup, at least normal gravity, that is.
Right, gravity is not going to be on your side on this part. So you got to do whatever you can to survive.
Again, ladies and gentlemen, if you're just joining us live on YouTube and also Twitch, welcome. This is the first ever 30-minute Iron Pro matchup. Thus far, lead of the Iron Pro, it is none other than Hydra, who joins us for the very first time here tonight. However, it's still Enderman's game as the clock continues to tick down. And there you see Echo, along with the rest of the members like First Chimp and Kenster, who are joining us right now. Hydra is the man who's obviously leading the way. You can see his gameplay right now as this man continues to go around and try to survive all he can. We're still awaiting for the very cryptic message. Our broadcast colleague T joining us on commentary. We can confirm that, T, you can tell all the great fans that you do have a very interesting announcement at the end.
Yeah, I do have a very announcement at the end. You don't want to miss it because I am going to be.
I'm just jamming out.
I am going to be calling out somebody. That's what I'm going to tell you right now.
As Dick, you joining us on the side of things on stream on comments. That's Mr. JT. How you doing? And I can't wait for the announcement. And in all honesty, I can't wait to see it, or at least hear it. I mean, who knows exactly what you're going to be having up your sleeves?
Yeah, it's gonna be definitely a must watch.
Much watch indeed, and it's a much watch for this first time ever Iron Pro. There's Hydra again, who's leading the way, and this is his first time joining us here tonight. And First Chip, I would imagine that you would agree with this assessment that on his first night for Hydra, it would be a huge victory, a huge win if he takes the entire cake.
Yeah, I would be happy if I just win one match because I don't really play this game, and I'll be surprised if I actually win one.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are officially at the midpoint. We are at 15 minutes and 11 seconds and counting. 15 more minutes, and we will officially stop the clock, and we'll check out who actually has the most amount of points. Again, thus far, to reset the entire stage, this is Iron Pro for the very first time. 30 minutes on the clock. We will see who has the most amount of wins at the end of the clock, and it's Hydra who's leading the way with 2 points. Echo has 1, and the rest have yet to hit the scoreboard. But in my opinion, T, would you agree? These guys are doing wonderful in there. They're doing a heck of a good job playing here tonight.
Well, these guys are doing incredible, better than me. These guys are doing extremely well in this matchup.
Yeah, absolutely well, and you got to be very precise with your jumps. You got to make sure that you do not make those mistakes, as I previously stated before. We will find out exactly who's going to have the mistake in this round, though. Moments ago, we saw more and more members, obviously. There's Humbler97, and I believe Humbler97, if I'm not mistaken, the layer up above, and I could be wrong, I think they're still at the uppermost layer. I could be wrong. Never mind, that's not the case. Nevertheless, though, these guys obviously still doing everything under their own power to make sure they stay alive.
Lewis, can you revive me now?
Yeah, that's what you gotta do. You gotta stay on that platform, right? You have to be on that platform. You do not want to make a mistake because, like I said, if you make a mistake, you up.
And the tricky part is this. I mean, well, sorry to cut you off there, T. I was just gonna say how. The tricky part is this, though. I mean, like I said, gravity is, as you said, I mean, it can go both ways. It could be on your side, it can't be on your side. But regardless, I will say this much. This is a very, very interesting game because everything is going so slowly and you can jump as high as you can. So that can somewhat assist you, but also at the same time, it can be your worst enemy.
Yes, that's definitely true. You gotta play smart in this one.
Oh, you got to play smart indeed. And Hydra is still alive right now. The man who's leading the way, there's Clown Pierce and Humbler and Echo. Kenster is still alive. And First Chimp, you got eliminated there. What was going through your mind?
I was trying to cut the whole floor down back there. And I was trying to, as soon as everyone comes down there, they'll fall to their death.
And that's another good strategy.
I fell to my death myself.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to say that's a good strategy, trying to get the floor open so they can fall into that pit right there. But it's a good strategy right there. But it can cost you at the same time.
And look who wins it! Humbler97 now has officially reached to the first point. Ladies and gentlemen, more action. We're closer and closer. Oh, so... Okay, so I would like to actually correct myself. From what I understand, the entire lobby actually did win. And on my end, it did show that Humble got the point. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and throw that win out for everybody. still thus far, excuse me, Echo and Hydra. Echo has 1, Hydra with 2. We will continue, though, thus far with this matchup. And here's the thing, T, when it comes to Fall Guys, I mean, anything can happen, especially after what happened just moments ago.
Yeah, anything can happen. It's a fun game. I enjoy Fall Guys so much.
Well, here we go. What we're going to do up next, coming up in just a minute, we're going to see if there's going to be more maps for all these great players joining us tonight. And we'll find out exactly who's going to have the win as the clock continues. Might as well do the propellers again, called Jump Around. We'll start the game right now. All the competitors, of course, standing by. We're waiting to see who's going to be the next winner.
Last night, after like one game, I got off.
All that
Matt,
right now.
anyone can win right now. Anything could happen.
That is indeed true. Anything can happen and will happen.
Anything, and you can already see here, moments ago,
That I said?
every single person you saw in the previous
So
round did win. So we're going to go ahead and not necessarily count that it was a glitch in the game, but we're back in this game at the moment. Everybody surviving. This is exactly going to the same thing as I said beforehand. You're going to have to make sure you survive the propellers. You have to make sure that you survive because the tricky part about this too is that some of the platforms actually do collapse. You can see it in the distance there, folks. The fact is that the whole ground below begins to shake and it collapses. It actually releases its own platform, so it makes it much harder for these guys to survive.
Yeah, it's going to be even harder.
Echo got eliminated.
It's going to be even harder if you hold on to somebody, so that's going to be the other hard part.
It was like they had it.
You already see here, Hydra is still alive thus far. Kenster's still alive, first chip. I'll tell you, I mean, Hydra might be the odds-on favorite, and I believe he does win. Hydra now reaches to his third
point.
Wow.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're 10 minutes away from officially ending the Iron Pro, but thus far, Hydra is standing as the Iron Pro, but anything can still happen. We're going to do the rematch here.
That was a good...
Echo still can come back from this.
And the fact is, everybody does have a chance to come back, but it's got to be lightning quick. That's for sure. It's going to be up to the members to be eliminated as well as fast as possible, really. And nonetheless, though, I eliminated myself so I can continue to call the action as we're still awaiting for this very, very interesting message that you will have at the end of the broadcast here, T.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be like I said, a must-watch announcement that I make, so stay tuned to the end of the broadcast to hear what I have.
We'll wait and see. Humbler97 is standing by, jumps over the propeller, the pole that's coming in, and obviously does so again. And you got to watch out for those platforms, as I said. The yellow and blue platforms, they begin to shake. You saw in the distance there that once it begins to shake, it's a sign that it's going to collapse. Obviously, you have a couple of seconds to move out of there. And there's another one that's going to be collapsing. There's 3 platforms just left. Humbler97 is a man standing by, and there's Echo, of course. As I said before, you got to watch out. This platform's about to collapse. There's only 2 left, and now for these guys, there's a whole group of humans, players on these 2 platforms. We're about to find out exactly who's going to survive in this.
That's right. This is definitely, like I said, musical chairs. You got to make sure that you are on the right platform, and make sure you move at all times.
Yeah, you got to move it for sure. And there's Kenster joining us again with what could be perhaps maybe his night as well. I mean, if he does actually come back for Kenster, imagine his night also getting the victory.
I think we're looking at all of them might win this. We're going to see almost elimination there.
Eliminations are going to continue. As you can see, the night continues on. And I believe now Clown Pierce is still alive. He just got eliminated there. Moments ago, Clown Pierce was hanging on by a thread before he got eliminated thanks to the pole. The last 3 standing are First Chip, Hydra, and Kenster. And my oh my, I believe Hydra here, guys, does have a great chance in winning this. But our own broadcast colleague, First Chip, is there. Maybe he can win.
Maybe Chip can win. I mean, this is getting so intense right now. As this thing is still going round and going faster, so you've got to be careful.
And that's the thing. I mean, it's going to get faster and faster. You can see here the circular motion, this contraption, this machine is going a bit faster now. And for these guys, they have to watch out for their every step. You can see first chip almost got eliminated. Was so close in getting eliminated, but he survived.
This is so intense. Ooh, this is so getting intense. I love it. I love the intense.
Oh, it's getting intense for sure. Guys, there's only just about a little less than 7 minutes left. And thus far, Hydra does have 3 points. He will have the most amount of points by the end of the 30-minute time limit. First chip just got eliminated. Hydra's still alive in Kenster. It is up to these two. One of these guys are going to be heading on to get their point. It could be Kenster getting his first point, or it's going to be Hydra celebrating his fourth. We'll find out in just a matter of moments as these guys now, these two continue trying to push each other off. And I believe now it did work
And
for
Clown
Kenster.
Pierce just got his
Kenster,
first
obviously,
point, or second.
he did. Kenster did get indeed his first point. Congratulations to Kenster. Did he see the strategy? I believe Kenster was holding on to Hydra, which I guess maybe kind of affected his equilibrium and got him eliminated.
And see, that's what I was saying. You gotta watch out for holding, because that is going to be your.
No, actually, someone did say that one time. They're like,
I'll tell you one thing though, we are down in the, as they say, the nitty gritty. In other words, we are just about 5 minutes away, folks. Now I'll tell you this much: we don't know if there's going to be enough time to actually maybe perhaps have anybody top Hydra as he's sitting at 3 points. But anything is possible though, so we will wait and see.
I think he wants. I think he wants to go away, bro.
It's going to be a game. It's going to be a good one.
It will be a good one here. First chip, obviously, a color announcer joining us, T, but also basically soiling his hands on Fall Guys and really understanding what this game is all about. We heard what First Chip did say in the beginning of the broadcast. He did say that he didn't play this game that much. However, he's doing a really good job for a guy that doesn't play that much, so it goes to show. And again, elimination for Clown Pierce. We are not going to crown a winner just yet. We're going to be eliminating the gentlemen thus far. There's 5 qualified. We're heading on to the next round. But going back to what I was saying, First Chip, if you're still with us, you did claim that you haven't played this game that often, but it looked like you actually are doing a really good job in there anyway.
Yeah, I played the game a few years back with my cousins, but I haven't played it in like the last 2 weeks. I only played it one time.
And tonight,
This Xbox.
you seem to be, I was going to say, yeah, you seem to be very much focused. But we are now down with the rest of the members here. You can clearly see these gentlemen competing really are hanging on, making sure they do not mess up.
I actually being wrong with the 30.
And Kenster, I believe, got eliminated moments ago, along with, I believe that was, I'm not sure if that was Humbler or not, but nonetheless, though, there was 2 eliminations. There were 2 eliminations there. We are down to 3. 3 qualified. And now, up next, will be yet again another round. Who will win? We're at the 26-minute mark. Go ahead, T.
Yeah, you don't want to mess up for sure, because like I said, it's like musical chairs. You don't want to be on the same spot, and you don't want to. You just want to
60 on 1, 60 on 1.
You just want to be at the right place at the right time.
Yeah, you got to be at the right place at the right time. That's why one of these games, that's why one of the games in Fall Guys, I mean, many can say that sometimes it is based on luck, but also there is pure skill on display. You see how Hydra was once again getting held on by Echo, I believe, trying to mess up his equilibrium, I believe, which is exactly how Hydra did get eliminated in the previous game. Continuing here, First Chip as well. Hydra, the 3 gentlemen, the last man standing here in this 3-way here, and we know for a fact that, again, the winner of this matchup will advance, but this may very well be here, guys, the final game of the evening. As we're heading into 27 minutes, we're 3 minutes away from the 30-minute time limit, and Hydra is sitting at 3 points, so I believe it could be safe to say that Hydra will be your first ever Iron Pro, but hey, still a great chance for anybody else to win.
Yeah, as anybody can win, it's anyone's ball game, but we're gonna see who comes out victorious in this one.
You know, Echo, obviously, a tremendous Rainbow Six Siege player. We saw him last night in the previous broadcast. We understand that it's going to be none other than Echo versus Invert. Invert and Echo 1-on-1 for the Rainbow Six Siege Singles Championship. But Echo's going to be, look at this, trying to make sure he's going to win tonight. Echo at First Chip eliminated, and it's the Iron Pro indeed. It's Hydra. Hydra does win for the 4th point here tonight.
I have my hope too. I can put this one.
Great.
Yeah, after this,
And,
That was a good win.
I'm not sure. If
Well,
anyone
ladies
can
and
win
gentlemen,
this.
we are at the 28-minute mark. Now, we know who's going to win. Hydra is going to be your Iron Pro, but nonetheless, we're going to do one final one to see who's going to have the final laugh, as I like to call it. the final laugh is just as important, really, as winning the entire game. Because we know Hydra is going to win, but just imagine if somebody else wins this last game. At least they get the last laugh. You were saying, T?
I'll say, yeah, I mean, you know, it's going to be a good one. The last match is going to always be the good one to see who has the last laugh.
Well, let's go ahead and actually start. Let's go ahead and end this game the way we started. We're going to go back to the hexagon. But congratulations to Hydra. He will officially be, ladies and gentlemen, the Iron Pro of this match. First ever Iron Pro, 30 minutes on the clock. We saw that, obviously. And we understand this matchup is underway. We understand again, folks, if you're just joining us live on Twitch and also YouTube, thanks for joining us. Next week, we are expected to go on Rainbow Six Siege on Friday. Saturday, we'll be live on Fortnite. Can't wait for that one. But you can see how
I'm excited for Saturday.
Wait, are y'all?
And anyone, of course, is eligible to participate in our great game nights happening Fridays and Saturday nights. Anyone and everyone can join. So if you're watching live or even participating, if you're interested in joining the future events, you're more than welcome to. Again, every Friday and Saturday nights, Eon Network will be here live to entertain our great fans, the greatest fans we have. Echo and First Chip, and Kenster, Clown Pierce, Hydra, Humbler. I want to thank each and every single one of them. Echo moments ago, I got a limit. I was going to say that we would like to thank each and every single one of these guys here, T, that really did a superb job, in my opinion, trying in there and really putting out a show tonight.
Yes.
Well, as you can see, this matchup is underway. Again, everybody, this is going to be the final game of the evening. I like to call it the last laugh, but I said this before. We know that Hydra is going to be winning this game. We know that Hydra has the most amount of points with 4. He is your Iron Pro man, standing tall tonight. But in this final game, who will officially have the last laugh, though? You can see the eliminations will continue. I'm looking at Kenster right now. We're going to find out exactly what's going to be taking place at this point. You can see at this point in time, everybody, just block by block. That's exactly what these guys are trying to do right now, block by block. And I'm trying to see if perhaps maybe our broadcast colleagues can hear us now. First, Chip and T, you guys are back.
Yes.
There was a few technical difficulties right there, but nonetheless, though, again, you know, one thing that you can kind of say for a strategy, if you really think about it, stepping on these hexagons one by one might be a better strategy. That way, you can kind of consist of your space much longer than kind of running around.
Wait,
I'm running around, so when he falls, he dies.
I was gonna comment on Echo at the beginning because Echo was doing a great strategy trying to
GG. Nice.
eliminate
Nice move.
the platform so people can
Now I know how to
go
do
down
it.
and eliminate themselves when they fall down.
And that's a good point there, T. I mean, we saw that happen, and Clown Pierce is still alive, Kenster and Hydra. Just imagine if Hydra does still win this game after all the games he's won, and yet he wins the final one anyway. I mean, that would be a huge confidence booster. Hey, First Chip, how was your first day tonight?
It was amazing, and as you can see, like when you jump one by one, there's more room of messing up, and you could fall and maybe lose this match. But most of the people look like they're doing perfectly fine. And I saw earlier, someone held someone and they fell down pretty far. So you gotta be careful not to get too close to anyone.
Yeah, and that's one of the things about this game, that literally anybody can come up to you and literally grab you and mess you up and be the cause for your elimination. We've seen that throughout the night. Hydra's still alive along with Clown, Pierce, and Kenster, the last 3 gentlemen standing at this point in time. I believe Clown Pierce is still at the top of the platform.
I'm not a gentleman, I'm a croissant.
So Clown Pierce is at the top of the platform at the moment. There might be another platform up there. Nevertheless, though, Kenster and Hydra and Clown Pierce really, for this time and only, guys, again, for these guys, they cannot let the pressure build up inside them. They cannot let the pressure win over their minds.
Yeah, being at the top, you know,
Alright, now I
it's
have
a really
to do
high chance for you to win for being at the top.
And Hydra, at this point in time,
Hydra just pushed him down.
Yeah, and now Hydra's still jumping one by one. You got to watch out. Ladies and gentlemen, again, if you're just joining us live on Twitch or YouTube, at the end of the broadcast, we will be hearing the very cryptic message sent by none other than Tea Time, our broadcast colleague here, First Chimp, who's been having issues, still can't get over the fact that Pig Scott has mentioned Tea Time's late great father. That still is stinging inside you, T.
Yeah, it's stinging real inside me
have a prowler and then dual wield it.
it's one thing to talk about, about anything else that I have done, but to mention,
Well, he's what?
Man didn't mess
mention
me
my
up.
father,
Man messed himself up.
that's
He
one thing
grabbed
you don't
me.
do.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, it's across
That's
the line.
something-
I did like right there.
Exactly. You do not want to cross the line, and Pix crossed the line, and he did face the repercussions. Pix was reprimanded in that one-on-one match at the Hell in a Cell. Of course, a couple of weeks back on the anniversary. You got to watch out. The last two standing, Clown Pierce and Hydra, and you saw that Clown Pierce was trying to hold on to Hydra, who just lost. Who just lost?
With what? I couldn't find any other gun.
I think
Yeah, we
they
both
both
won.
won.
We both won.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, hey,
They both won.
what a way to end the game then. We have two winners, Hydra and Clown Pierce. Congratulations to the two.
Good job.
Ladies and
Go.
gentlemen, what a tremendous evening. Congratulations to
spamming
Hydra.
those.
He did
I'm
win
spamming 'em.
the entire Iron Pro with 30 minutes max to the clock. Hydra had a total of 3 wins within those 30 minutes. Congratulations to Hydra indeed. But also my hat's off to everybody else who went in here and really battled their hearts out so that they can win in a matchup like this. So
This is my
honestly, for
first
everyone who
time
joined
playing
tonight,
on-
I
with
will
you
say
guys.
this, folks.
And it was amazing.
You do not have anything to be ashamed of. First tip,
probably
I would
will
like to
see
start
you
with you,
all
though, when it
next
comes to this.
Friday.
How do you think this game went?
Saturday.
It was very fun. It was like you didn't know who was gonna win. It was like someone would be at the very top and then they'll fall all the way down and lose. It was just grab someone.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, huge shout out to Talkie Fishman joining us in the comments section. So, Rebel, let's go ahead and cut to the chase here. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been saying this over and over. Over the past couple of weeks, we have been, and there's some technical difficulties we're experiencing right now. Now, let's go back to this. So here we go. Before we go off air, this is something that we have been mentioning
Okay.
throughout the entirety of the stream.
Adrian,
the
as you were
message.
saying,
Yep.
Adrian.
T, again, over the past couple of weeks, you've been having problems with Pix's recent comments.
Oh, okay.
We know Pix is not a part of the
Yeah,
community
I do-
anymore. But go ahead, T, if you can.
Hold on. You go. Okay. So, what I have the announcement to make is that. Okay. The announcement I have to make is that I am calling out Pix God. Pix God, I'm calling you out because you have done something that I cannot let go. Yes, I did beat you in a Hell in a Cell, but that's not satisfying enough. I want to put you to hell like you did me by talking about my father. So I challenge you into another match in WWE. I'm calling you out.
Will they actually reinstate Pix? Tate Time just called out Pix, the same man that made the comment in the first place, stated that Tate Time's father's in hell. Could there be a rematch? Thanks for joining us. We'll catch you all next time. For Eon Network, for T, and First Chip, I'm Adrian Matt. And again, good night, everybody. And wow, is Pix going to be reinstated? We're going to find out next week.